cotton candy. She was taking photos. And she approached the game. As she approached the game and she began to play the game, and she told the gamer, she said, I want to win every game or every prize that you possess.
All right.
The gamer said, young lady, you have lost your mind. That's not possible. It would take you thousands of years to win every game from every gamer. But she had such great expectations. And she was so motivated, and when she ran out of money, she began to cry, she began to weep. And there was this man and his daughter, and he saw her crying, and he saw her weeping. And he saw her attitude that she had to win the game. And he reminded she reminded him of a lot of himself. And he said he was a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. And he said because of this girl's great expectation, he said, I'm going to purchase every teddy bear that is on the booth.
All right.
The little girl, she began to cry. Her mother looked at her and she said, I too want to have great expectations. Because she let her request be made known unto God. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, in the text here, the epistle of the Apostle Paul here, he's writing to the church of Philippi. And he wanted the church of Philippi to be informed. He wanted the church of Philippi to know that through the power of prayer and supplication, God is able to turn your situation around. Are you with me here? God is able to take you from the bottom to the top. God is able to take you from a hellish problem to a heavenly predicament. God is able to flip and reverse your circumstance. He wanted the church to know, stop worrying so much about your problems. Are you with me here? In verse 6 he says, watch the text, he says, be careful, or in other words, be anxious for nothing. In other words, don't worry about the outcome. Are you with me here? Too many of us will sit around worrying about problems and situations oftentimes we have no control over. Paul says don't worry about the outcome, because when God has your back, there's no reason that you're going to be losing a battle. Are you with me here? There's no such thing as losing a battle. There's no such thing as losing a case, because there's no problem too big that God cannot solve. Are you with me here? Some of you, you're saying, Lord, where is my financial breakthrough? Where is my deliverance for my flesh breakthrough? Where is my breakthrough to keep me from losing my mind? But Paul is saying, what the question is posed in transition is here. He says, what do you want? Touch somebody and say, what do you want?
What do you want?
God told me to tell you the reason why a lot of us, we cannot get a prayer across is because we just prayed one time and we just left it right there. Are you with me here? But we have to continue to pray without ceasing. Are you with me here? You have to pray without ceasing. If you're unemployed, you got to pray until something happens. Pray until that job falls through. If your child is out of control, continue to pray until your child comes back home. If your marriage is on the rocks, you got to continue to pray until something happens. Touch somebody and say, you got to pray until something happens. Pray until something happens. Pray until something happens. God told me to tell you, what do you really want? Touch somebody and say, wake up, 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 wake up. What do you really want? What do you really want? Because the question is this right here. You have to be honest with yourself. You're saying, God, why? Why do I continue to go through what I'm going through? Why, God? We have to ask God the question, why? God, why? You have to answer me. Why am I continue to help people who won't help me back? God, why do I fight so hard to get stuff and other people do something so easy and get something so quickly? God, why am I continue to pay my tithes and I'm still broke? God, why? God said it was not to destroy you, but it was to deliver you. It was not to break you, but it was in order to bless you. Touch somebody and say, every now and then you have to ask God, why am I going through what I'm going through? God said, I'm about to flip it and reverse it. The first may be last and the last may be first. Y'all ain't going to send that back to me in this house, but I got to go ahead and preach it. God told me to tell you, you got to learn how to trust God when you cannot trace Him. Have faith in God when you cannot find Him. God, you have to ask God, why am I going through what I'm going through? God said, what do you really want? Pray without ceasing. Maybe your money acting funny. Maybe your change acting strange. Maybe your debit and your credit just might not get it. But I heard God said on it today, He's better than silver nor gold. He's got riches untold. Better than fortune or fame. I love to call His name. Better than clothes or cash. Without Him, my life will crash. Ask God and tell God, what do we want? What do we want? What do we want? And we have to understand in our minds, we cannot just walk around. Some of us feel like we got it all when we really don't have anything, because God is our everything. You have to understand where you are. God made you. What you have, God gave you. Where you are, God brought you. And what you know, God taught you. Touch somebody and say, He brought me a mighty long way. High five somebody and say, He brought me a mighty long way. He has brought me. He gave me a mind for my education, eyes for observation, tongue for communication, mouth for taste sensation, heart for blood circulation, feet for transportation, hands for occupation, skin for insulation, a word for salvation. God will give you what you want. High five somebody and tell them, I thank God. I thank God for Jesus, baby. I thank God for this man called Jesus. I thank God for this Alpha, this advocate, this almighty, this amen, this angel, this anointed, this Alpha, this babe, this beginning of creation, this blessed, this carpenter, this Christ, this commander, this cornerstone, this deliverer, this Emmanuel, this Father of eternity, this fountain, this forerunner, this glory of God, this governor, this God, this head of church, this high priest, this holy God. I am the way of life. I am the bread. I am the door. I am the resurrection. I am the true vine. This King's a king. This Lord of Lord. This Lamb giver. This master. This mediator. This prince. This prophet. This refuge. This rose of Sharon. This seed of David. Seed of a woman. Seed of a man. This good shepherd is my shepherd. And down on your knees, He's the answer to your prayers. And I heard grandmama say, He on the count of 1,000 hills. Touch somebody and say, tell God, what do you want? And a whole lot of us, we cannot get what we need from God. Oftentimes, watch this, some of y'all may get upset, but it's because we're hanging around the wrong people. We're talking to the wrong associates. Y'all ain't gonna holler at your boy in this house. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the path of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law. He shall meditate in it day and night. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water in due season, shall bring forth his fruit, his leaf also shall not wither, but whatsoever he does, he shall prosper. But the ungodly is not so, they're like a chaff blown away by the wind. Touch somebody and say, you better be careful who you hang around. Be careful who you hang around, because oftentimes certain people will block your blessings. Certain people will get in the way of what God has for you simply because they're not walking in God's divine principle. You got to be connected to the right source. Touch somebody and say, get connected. Get connected to the right source. So you have to understand, you have to tell God, what do you want? Notice in the text, I got to deal with the text. Look what Paul says in verse 6. He says, for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication. Watch this now. He didn't stop there. He says, but with thanksgiving, let your request be made known unto God. In other words, don't worry. He says, but in everything with supplication with thanksgiving. Notice what the text says, in everything. Not in some things, but in everything. Are you with me here? In order to receive anything from God, we must pray in everything. Some of y'all missed that. In everything we must pray. A simple request. In other words, when you're driving in your car, you know what you need to do? You need to what? Pray. When you're on your job, you need to pray. When you come to church, you need to pray. When you get the check on your job and it hits the bank account, you need to pray and stretch your hands and say, Father, I stretch my hands and be no other help I know. You need to pray before you eat your meal at a restaurant. You need to pray. Somebody caught that. Before you make a decision, you need to pray. Are y'all with me here? Why pray? Because guess what? When I look around, that could have been me. That could have been me outside. No food, no shelter. Shot, laying on the side of the road. Stabbed, on OD, on drugs. That could have been me. But God had favor over my life. And he blessed me and covered me in a time of a storm when hell was going on. Maybe you was at the clubs and they started shooting bullets. But yet God covered you. Y'all ain't gonna talk back. I need some real folks in this house. You ain't saved all your life. God told me to tell you that could have been you, but yet God covered you, because guess what? Somebody prayed for you. Even when you didn't have the power to pray for yourself. Maybe grandmama prayed for you. Maybe daddy prayed for you. Maybe mama prayed for you. Maybe auntie prayed for you. But somebody prayed for you. And told God, what do you want? So he says with supplication, the act of begging. Somebody shout beg. Beg. Yeah, TLC had a song, Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Guess what? I ain't too proud to beg, baby. Every now and then you can't be too proud to beg and ask God for what you want. Every now and then you just got to pray a crazy prayer and tell God to give me what I want. Or you're with me here. Tell somebody every now and then you got to have a crazy prayer, because God is looking for somebody who got some crazy faith, who's willing to get a crazy blessing. If you're crazy enough to believe it, you're crazy enough to receive it. If you're crazy enough to trust him, he's crazy enough to come through. If you're crazy enough to believe it, you're crazy enough to receive it. Touch somebody and say, I ain't too proud to beg. You got to be crazy to tell God what you want. Tell him, I'm crazy, I'm crazy. You got to lose your mind in order to get God's mind. Tell somebody, I'm just crazy like that. I'm crazy. He says, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding. But not only that, he says thanksgiving. Now thanksgiving, in other words, it shows the Lord that you are grateful. Somebody shout grateful. Look at the text, because notice in the text, you cannot receive anything from God, not only through the power of prayer, but also you receive it through an act of thanksgiving.
All right.
Some of y'all missed that. Some of y'all just didn't catch. You didn't catch that. And the reason why a whole lot of us can't receive anything from God is because we don't have a thankful heart. Lord, I thank you for my shoes. Lord, I thank you for my shelter. Lord, I thank you for the food I got on. Lord, I thank you for the clothes I got on my back. You have to have a thankful heart in order to receive anything from God. If you want God to pick you up and turn you around, you got to be thankful for the small stuff in order to receive the bigger things in life. Tell God, what do you want? Lord, I'm struggling. God says, what do you want? Lord, I'm catching hell on my my job, Lord, tell him, what do you want? I'm catching hell from family members. What do you want? Catching hell. Yes, Lord. From the job. What do you want? Catching hell from a wife. What do you want? Catching hell in my relationship. What you want? Catching hell in my finances. What you want? Tell God what you want. Ask and it shall be given. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. You have to tell God, what do you want? Because somebody prayed for you. And that's enough of my time here. I'm going to get out of here now, y'all. I've held y'all too long here. But the clock on the wall says it's time to leave here today. And Paul says that, what do you want? I think I've held y'all too long in here, but it's time for my departure. As I leave here, the Bible says, he says, in everything, by prayer and supplication. Lord, it's by prayer, and supplication. You have to tell God what you want. Oh Lord, you got to learn how to pray. Because I remember Daniel prayed, yes Lord, and God, Lord, yes Lord, remove Daniel from the lion den. Oh Lord, Jonah prayed, and I remember God delivered Jonah from the belly of the whale. They got alright. Jesus prayed with power, and God fed 5,000 through the power of prayer. Peter prayed, and you remember Peter began to walk on water. Moses prayed, and you remember God parted the Red Sea. Hezekiah prayed, and you remember God added 15 more years on his life. David prayed, and you remember God killed Goliath. Anybody here who knows that all the people who hand you in when you pray, stay on your knees. Hey God, I got somebody and tell him I prayed, yes Lord, and God brought me out. Won't he bring you out? Won't he see you through? Yeah. I wish I had some help here. Yes, Lord. Look up toward heaven and tell the Lord, you've been good. You made a way. You brought me out. You turned things around. You held me. You brought me. You kept me. You rocked me. If you know he will, sorry. Hallelujah. out what you got going on. God is turning it around. God is working it out for your good. If you just stay on your knees and keep on praying, He will. He will. He will. The door's open. Stand on your feet. Give me a left hand spiritual. I don't know what's waiting on me in the future. I just don't know. I don't know what doing. Y'all help me out. 10 years from now.